My brother and I and my dad were out in the yard cutting down trees, being typical teenagers, and didn't want to be there, and were making life difficult, probably on my dad. By the time we had come back, he had collapsed on the ground, and we saw him struggling to breathe. He had a massive heart attack. I was 13 years old, and my brother was 15, and we watched him take his last breaths at that moment. The person I looked up to the most, I couldn't help, I couldn't save. It rocked me to my core. It rocked our whole family, and none of us were ever the same after that. And my way to cope was to eventually learn to let my soul and my feelings and my bad feelings at the time out. And I didn't know how to let them escape. The brain can be a pressure cooker if you let it, and you don't know how to deal with that. And it was building tension, and art was a way to relieve that pressure. And once I did, I learned that it was a fountain inside of me. I've done thousands and thousands of paintings, original paintings, and I'm endlessly inspired. I feel like the best work is ahead of me still. When I was painting Graw Alley, which is a project that has 30 murals about the culture of the town, it was a challenging, overwhelming project at times. I was attached. It had come from me, and then I realized it wasn't mine. It wasn't mine at all. I didn't do it for me. I did it for other people. Being near the water is absolutely part of the process for me. I've always loved the edge, and to me, where the land meets the water it's just the mystery, and that's where I thrive. I want to paint underneath the skin. I want to look through something. I'm turned on by getting at the essence of something, not the thing. I find water to be very soothing, but it's also scary. I have a respect for nature, or what I can't see. Being at the point where you're insecure or you don't know is where the mystery comes out, and that's where the magic is. There's something that's just endlessly inspiring about it. I think that's why this area of Havre de Grace is such an inspiring place for so many artists. The way that trauma from my dad's death shaped me, the miracle that is birth of my two boys shaped me in a very different way. It made me realize my purpose. My kids humbled me in ways that nobody can teach you. And to have them love and accept me and be close is the greatest joy I know. When we express and let out who we are, then we sing our song, we do our dance. Through that process, there's revelation. And you don't know what it means at first. This is my favorite, is that you don't deliberately do it. You surprise yourself, and you're like, where the hell did that come from? And you look at it and you're like, oh my God, that's what's been bothering me. Oftentimes in the studio, there's a ceremony that happens, and I set this ambiance. Even before I think about the painting, even before I think about look into the canvas and try to get an idea, I have to spiritually go through this ceremony or ritual.